Hello, good morning children. Today in this video I am going to explain class 8 history 5th chapter when people rebel 1857 and after. So in the previous class I have told about the two sources, okay, which were written by the first one about the two Brahmins experience while they were going to perform yajna in Mathura. One of the villager, they have given information that a massive rebel will form within 3 days, so better you don't go to Mathura, like that the person said. In the second source, this was the that was the experience about Sitaram Pandey, who has served for British military service for 48 years, and what the situations he has experienced, how was the conditions in the British army, everything, and at final his officer, commanding officer advised him, you can't face more than these situations, so better you take to go home, like that his military officer said. So these were the two sources you have learned. Now a mutiny becomes a popular rebellion. A mutiny becomes a popular rebellion, you are going to see. A mutiny becomes a popular rebellion. Let's see this. How this mutiny, how this revolt become a popular rebellion, you are going to see in this. Though struggles between rulers and the ruled are not unusual, sometimes such struggles become quite widespread as a popular resistance, so that the power of the state breaks down. So often these rebellions are common in kingdoms, between the king and the among the king and his ministers or people. But how this rebel became a popular rebellion, but what situations led to this massive rebellion? Let's see. A very large number of people began to believe that they have a common enemy and rise up against the enemy at the same time. So here people's beliefs worked here, because all the people of the country believed that the Britishers are harassing them and it's enough, we should stop their control, like that they felt. For such a situation to develop, people have to organize, communicate, take initiative and display the confidence to turn the situation around. So when all the people of the country are believing, they have to plan, they have to organize, they have to communicate, they have to take initiative, but active part they have to take, so that the rebellion may result a good thing. Such a situation developed in the northern parts of India in 1857. In northern parts of India in 1857, such a rebellion spread. After 100 years of conquest and administration, the English East India Company faced a massive rebellion that started in May 1857. After 100 years of ruling, the Britishers ruled for 100 years. After those 100 years, people started against the British and threatened the company's very presence in India, and they started the presence of the company, threatened, you just go back from our country, like that people asked them. Sepoys mutinied in several places, beginning from Meerut, and a large number of people from different sections of society rose up in rebellion. So here in Meerut 1857 May, in Meerut first revolt started in Meerut. Here first of all, who had taken initiative part? Soldiers. Along with soldiers, people also in large number also participated in this rebellion. That means here people and soldiers taken an initiative part. Some regard it as the biggest armed resistance to colonialism in the 19th century anywhere in the world. But here, this rebellion among the world, never it happened like this much big rebellion. Who said this? Some of the historians referred this as the big rebellion. From Meerut to Delhi. On 29th March 1857, a young soldier, Mangal Pandey, was hanged to death for attacking his officers in Barakpur. So what was the situation here in March, on 29th March? Okay, 29th March 1857, a Sipai. What was the name of the Sipai? Mangal Pandey. Mangal Pandey. Okay, Mangal Pandey. He was hanged by the Britishers. Why he was hanged? For attacking his officers. He attacked his officers in Barakpur. That's why the Britishers hanged Mangal Pandey. When it was happened? On 29th March 1857. Some days later, some sepoys of the regiment at Meerut refused to do the army drill using the new cartridges, which were suspected of being coated with the fat of cows and pigs. So, after hanging Mangal Pandey, after some days, this happened in the 29th March, on 29th March, maybe in the month of April, some sepoys, they said, we won't do the drill, mass drill, which they were performing with rifles. Okay, those rifles were greased with cow's fat and pig's fat. So, the sepoys said, we don't do that mass drill. 85 sepoys were dismissed from service. So, for that, how many sepoys were dismissed? 85 sepoys were dismissed. Why they were dismissed? Because they refused to do the mass drill. Were dismissed from service and sentenced to 10 years in jail for disobeying their officers. So, not only dismissing, and they were sent to jail for 10 years imprisonment. 10 years imprisonment. This happened on 9th May 1857. When it happened? 9th May 1857. Okay. Why they were hanged? Why here? On 1857, Mangal Pandey, 29th March 1857, Mangal Pandey was hanged. Why? Because he attacked his officers in Barakpur. So, after that, for some days, the sepoys in one regiment, sepoys refused to do mass drill. For that purpose, the Britishers dismissed 85 sepoys and they were sentenced to jail for 10 years. And this was happened on 9th May 1857. The response of the other Indian soldiers in Meerut was quite extraordinary. On 10th May, the soldiers marched to the jail in Meerut and released the imprisoned sepoys. So, when it happened on 9th May, the sepoys in that regiment, what they have done? They have gone to, on 10th May, they have gone to jail and they released these 85 sepoys. They attacked and killed British officers, and they not only released these their colleagues, but at the same time they attacked and killed the British officers. They captured guns and ammunition and set fire to the buildings and properties of the British and declared war on the Firangis. So they got control on those sepoys regiment and they declared war on the Britishers. And all the weapons, whatever there in that regiment, they have captured. Who captured? All the sepoys captured and they declared war against the Firangis. Firangis here means Britishers. The soldiers were determined to bring an end to their rule in the country. But who would rule the land instead? If we are sending out the Britishers, then who will rule the country? This was the question aroused by that time. The soldiers had an answer to this question. The Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Jafar. So, there was an answer. By that time, who was the Mughal Emperor? Bahadur Shah Jafar. So, the king to whole kingdom, whole Indian country, they proposed a name. He was King Bahadur Shah Jafar. King Bahadur. King Bahadur Shah Jafar. This was the name came into the minds of the Sepoys. The Sepoys of Meerut rode all night of 10th May to reach Delhi in the early hours next morning. So, after immediately in the morning they have attacked the jail and they released the Sepoys. And at night they discussed. By that time only they discussed that the Bahadur Shah, the Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Jafar will rule the country. So, all the night, by the evening they started journey from Meerut to Delhi. They moved and they reached early hours, in the morning early hours on 10th May, they reached Bahadur Shah Jafar's residence. As news of their arrival spread, the regiment stationed in Delhi also rose up in rebellion. So, from Meerut, when these sepoys, they went to Delhi, in Delhi cantonment also news spread, and those sepoys also, they were ready to join in this rebellion. So, here, Meerut and Delhi, in both places, sepoys were against the Britishers. Again, British officers were killed, arms and ammunition seized, buildings set on fire. So, what the soldiers done in Meerut, the same situation happened in Delhi regiment also. Here also, the British officers were killed. They have captured the guns and weapons and they set fire to the buildings and offices of the Britishers. Triumphant soldiers gathered around the walls of the Red Fort where the Badshah lived, demanding to meet him. So, the anger, the violent, these sepoys, they occupied, they stood around the Red Fort's building, Red Fort wall and demanded to see King Bahadur Shah Jafar. The emperor was not quite willing to challenge the mighty British power, but the soldiers persisted. So, by the time King Bahadur Shah Jafar, he was very old. So, he was not at all interested. He was not willing to take a leading position because he know the power of the British army. So, he was not at all interested. But the sepoys persisted him. But the sepoys forced him to come out and to take part in rebellion. They forced their way into the palace and proclaimed Bahadur Shah Jafar as their leader. So, they forced him, they asked him to lead this group, lead this rebellion. You are our leader. You have to take initiative. You should lead us like that. The sepoys forced Bahadur Shah Jafar. The aging emperor had to accept this demand. He wrote letters to all the chiefs and rulers of the country to come forward and organize a confederacy of Indian states to fight the British. So, at last he obeyed the demand of the sepoys. He has written letters to all the territories' kings who were there and asked them to join in this rebellion. This single step taken by Bahadur Shah had great implications. So, when he has taken this step, this was a lot of implications on the people it happened. The Mughal dynasty had ruled over a very large part of the country. Most smaller rules and chieftains controlled different territories on behalf of the Mughal ruler. Earlier the British rule, it was under the Mughal emperor only. The remaining the kings, Samantas, whoever, maybe of course they are ruling, but on behalf of the emperor only. Okay, that's why they have shown their gratitude. Threatened by the expansion of British rule, many of them felt that if the Mughal emperor could rule again, they too would be able to rule their own territories once more under Mughal authority. So, here all the remaining kings and chieftains, what they believed, if King Bahadur Shah Jafar, Emperor Bahadur Shah Jafar is taking part again, if he gets control over our country, then all of us also, we can rule our territories as usual. Like that, the remaining kings felt. The British had not expected this to happen. They thought the disturbance caused by the issue of the cartridges would die down. But whatever the situations are going in the country, this was unbelievable to the Britishers. They felt these cartridges and this issue will die down. That means that will calm down. The sepoys will forget this. But it spread into a big rebellion. But Bahadur Shah Jafar's decision to bless the rebellion changed the entire situation dramatically. When there was the support of Emperor Bahadur Shah Jafar, his support made the situation into a big rebellion, into a big situation. This made a huge problem to the Britishers. Often, when people see an alternative possibility, they feel inspired and enthused. So, as here, he was the lightning of the lamp. He was the lamp in the lives of the Indians. When this support was there, people spread into the mass rebellion. It gives them the courage, hope, and confidence to act. The rebellion spreads. Next, how the rebellion spread? The rebellion spreads. After the British were routed from Delhi, there was no uprising for almost a week. So, when they came to Delhi, when they met after meeting the Bahadur Shah Jafar, complete 1 week, there was nothing. There was no uprising, almost 1 week. That means all the situations were very calm. It took that much time for news to travel. So, in olden days, there is no that much communication facilities. That's why for 1 week, that means that news spread, it has taken 1 week. Then a spurt of mutinies began. After all reaching the communication, slowly in every part of the territory, in every part of the country, small mutinies began. Regiment after regiment mutinied and took off to join other troops at nodal points like Delhi, Kanpur and Lucknow. So, small regiments, whatever there, all of them, gathered and they joined in a nodal points like Delhi, Kanpur and Lucknow. After them, the people of the towns and villages also rose up in rebellion and rallied around local leaders, jamindars and chiefs who were prepared to establish their authority and fight the British. So, not only regiments in the villages, in the small territories, small landlords also, they gathered the support and they participated in the mutiny. Nana Saheb, the adopted son of the late Peshwa Bajirao, who lived near Kanpur, gathered armed forces and expelled the British garrison from the city. So, here, Nana Saheb, he was the adopted son of Bajirao Peshwa. First of all, they have pleaded to Britishers army to accept him as the heir of that kingdom. But what the Britishers said? Britishers said, we won't accept. So, here he has taken the active part and he gathered his sepoys and participated in the mutiny. He proclaimed himself Peshwa. So, he attacked there in the Kanpur, whatever the garrison town there, and he captured that, he got control on that, and he proclaimed himself as the king of Peshwa of that Kanpur. He declared that he was a governor under Emperor Bahadur Shah Jafar. So, I am the governor of this Kanpur under Bahadur Shah Jafar. In Lucknow, Birjis Khader, the son of the deposed Nawab Wajid Ali Shah, was proclaimed the new Nawab. In Lucknow also, the Nawab Wajid Shah. Okay. Birjis Khader, declared himself as Nawab. He too acknowledged the suzerainty of Bahadur Shah Jafar. His mother, Begum Hazrat Mahal, took an active part in organizing the uprising against the British. So, here Birjis Khader's mother, who is she? She was Begum Hazrat Mahal. She has taken initiative part to capture that Lucknow. Okay. In Jhansi, Rani Lakshmi Bai joined the rebel sepoys and fought the British along with Tantya Tope, the general of Nana Saheb. So, in all places, Lucknow, Kanpur, Jhansi, all places, all the kings and queens, they have taken initiative part to participate in the rebellion. In the Mandla region of Madhya Pradesh, Rani Avanti Bai Lodhi of Ramgarh raised and led an army of 4,000 against the British who had taken over the administration of her state. So, in Avanti, Mandla region of Madhya Pradesh, Avanti Bai Lodhi, she gathered her armed forces of around 4,000 and she had taken administration of her state. The British were greatly outnumbered by the rebel forces. They were defeated in a number of battles. This convinced the people that the rule of the British had collapsed for good and gave them the confidence to take the plank and join the rebellion. The British were very surprised. Why these many rebellions in different parts? How the people are joining? And they were very much worried about this. A situation of widespread popular rebellion developed in the region of Awadh in particular. So this big massive rebellion was in Awadh. What it happened, it was very particular. On 6th August 1857, we find a telegram sent by Lieutenant Colonel Tytler to his commander-in-chief expressing the fear felt by the British. Our men were cowed by the numbers opposed to them and the endless fighting. Every village is held against us. The Jamindars have risen to oppose us. So there was a telegram sent by Lieutenant Colonel Tytler to his commander-in-chief saying that all the people here, they captured us, they were surrounded us, and all the Jamindars also opposed to us. We are in fear. Like that, he has written to his commander. Who has written? Lieutenant Colonel Tytler. Many new leaders came up. For example, Ahmadullah Shah, a Maulvi from Faizabad, professed that the rule of the British would come to an end soon. He caught the imagination of the people and raised a huge force of supporters. So, Maulvis, even religious scholars also, they have said that the Britishers' rule will come to an end. He also gathered a support of his supporters. He came to Lucknow to fight the British. In Delhi, a large number of Ghazis or religious warriors came together to wipe out the white people. So in Lucknow, Delhi, Meerut, Kanpur, Jhansi, all these places, rebellions they gathered and they were against the British. Bakht Khan, a soldier from Bareilly, took charge of a large force of fighters who came to Delhi. From Bareilly also, Bakht Khan, he also taken initiative. He became a key military leader of the rebellion. In Bihar, and old Jamindar Kunwar Singh joined the rebellion Sipais and battled with the British for many months. So in Bihar also Kunwar Singh, he also joined the rebel Sipais and battled with the British for many months. Leaders and fighters from across the land joined the fight. So all over the country, many people, they come and joined in this fight. So this was the lesson, children. Next, the company fights back. I will explain in the next video. I hope you understood the content. So much interesting also. Later what it happened, I will tell you in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.